A very good evening to all my dear viewers once again in this live session with Global Education and Training Institute under the Disruptive Education Movement. And today we have with us an eminent speaker, Dr. Sharanjit Kaur. She is working as a
Yes,
principal
ma'am,
at
I can hear
Sunbeam,
you.
Sultanpur. Yes, ma'am. And with her vast experience of 29 years in the field of school education and counseling, she has successfully handled many portfolios like as a career counselor, psychologist, principal at various pre-primary and primary schools, educational consultant,
Yes, ma'am.
and in schools like Jaipuria and many different schools, brand schools, I would say. And she has designed 14 books for pre-primary kids. As I told you, that she is currently working as a principal at Sunbeam School, Sultanpur. She has rigorously worked for the academic improvement, and especially for the specially able children. And during her tenure, the school has brought
Yes,
laurels
ma'am.
by
First, you will
bagging many
introduce,
awards,
na? Yes,
such
yes, ma'am.
as for the most innovative practices. And I can hear that there is some network issue, some technical glitch, but yes, definitely we'll keep going. And today she is here with us to talk about how to manage behavior of children, especially during pandemic time. Fear,
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
uncertainty,
yes,
and being stuck
yes, ma'am.
at home. How to slow the spread of COVID-19. It has become tough for the families to keep calm, and it's important for children. They should feel safe. They should have healthy routines, and the behavior should be
Thank you, ma'am.
managed.
Thank you so much.
And yes, ma'am. So I would take much time, and I would like to welcome Dr. Sharanjit Kaur once again on this platform with GETI. And I Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me now? Over to you, ma'am. Views are all yours. They're waiting.
You get instructions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So share screen. See the is open. Ma'am, I sent team. Right? PPT is open. Now I have to go to direct this share screen. Share screen. This. Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you. We can see your screen as well.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
Can you hear me, ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
I'm going live now, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
कंटिन्यू करिएगा
Okay, okay. Thank you, Prina. Let me give some time to share my. Yes, share this. Please allow me. Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello. Okay, okay, okay. Thanks, Prina, for just all. I am proud and happy movement. Okay, and the thanks managing behavior of children. See, my presentation. Just allow me. There is some technical glitch. I feel now. Can you hear me? Rina, I'm not visible, but my highlights of my this presentation in adolescence behavior and stories. If you want them to be quote by Albert Einstein, and I truly believe we all love stories, like stories by narrating a story tale. But let's freshen your touch. Found of gold, and he did a good wanted to grant a wish to prince. The king was that whatever he touched would turn into gold was his dissuade him, but he was dead. So God granted that wish. Mount touching, he was touching all those things and getting gold. Now, after some time, the eatables, so all the eatables were turning into gold, so he couldn't eat anything. Now, king thought that it wasn't a good blessing. He cried. Then his daughter, when she saw her father crying, so in order to comfort him, she tried to hug him, and soon she also turned into gold. Now, what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that one of the moral is excess of everything is bad. What was happening before pandemic? Before pandemic, we all were running and was busy in our daily work, hectic schedule, and we used to think, had I got a break of 2 days, 3 days, I would have done this. Had I got the break of 4 days, I would have spent some family time with my children, with my other members of the family. Now, what happened? All of a sudden, on 24th of March, there was a lockdown announcement for the lockdown. Everything came, to halt. It's now. Initially, what happened? Initially, we all were a little bit, okay, now we will get some time to relax. And children were very happy. They thought now they were not supposed to go to school, so they were very happy. But at the same time, there were challenges, confusions. What the challenges? We were locked in. We were not allowed to go anywhere. So initially, we enjoyed also spending some time, but there were some relationship problems also because some ego clashes after some time 24 into 7 staying with that domestic violence in few of the this thing domestic violence also. The another challenge was of technology. Hats off to all the teachers, all the educators. They learned technology in no time and didn't waste the students' time. I think they really, it calls for a huge round of applause for all of them. But then there was uncertainty and risk also at the same time. Uncertainty was that, like, when will this get over? When will the school be fully functional? When will we go back to our normal routine? So these were the things, these are the questions still coming up, though there is announcement in Unlock 5 that the schools will be open now from 19th of October in UP for classes 9 to 12 in phased manner. But when it will be fully functional, that is the question. When the children will be able to I know when they will be able to go back to that normal routine which we were enjoying that time. And then there is a crippling effect also on career. What happened? There is salary cut. Many people lost their job, so there were problems also. Like the parents are having stress pressure because of the job cut. So the behavior, what the like the parents are exhibiting, that is reflecting on the behavior of the children. It's not that the adults only are under pressure, they are anxious, they are sometimes frustrated also. We all of It's the children also, and the effect is there on behavior. Now, what was the effect? Now, the challenges faced by children during this pandemic. First of all, their routine has been disturbed. Many parents are complaining that there is no fixed time to go to bed and get up early in the morning. Children are awakening, till late night and getting up very late in the morning. What happened there? Even my teachers also, and many teachers, they are complaining when you schedule a class, especially with senior students in morning, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, they are not ready to attend that, and lots of absenteeism is more at that time. There is restricted physical activity because they are not allowed to go out. Still, we have to be very conscious. Children are not allowed, so they cannot go in group, they cannot play in that. So social isolation is more, which are making them more frustrated, more low. Increased screen time. It wasn't that they are studying on mobile now, so that is a screen time. But before that also they were spending on that, like mobile, they were spending their time on mobile. So the screen time has increased because there are classes also on that. And since there is no physical activity, there is social isolation, they cannot go, though they are digitally connected with their friends, but again it is the screen time only. Now, focus on hygiene and safety. We really have to think, and we all should be careful about our hygiene and the safety part. But there are parents, there are children who are hyper vigilant. The number of OCD cases are on rise. That obsessive compulsive disorder, that is on rise. After 5 minutes alone, oh, I have touched this, I have to do this now, I have touched this, I need to wash my hands. Children are also very afraid of this, and they are doing so. Hyper vigilance is there. Then they are witnessing, though most of us are not, by the grace of God, we have not suffered, but we are witnessing others suffering. When we are witnessing others suffering, that is vicarious trauma, because then also it is affecting us. For example, by the grace of God, I am not directly affected by corona, but there are people in my known circle who are affected by this. So because of that, one of that lost the life also. But that affects us also. We are also under pressure, we are feeling bad about it. Though we know that there is no pink elephant now, because everyone is directly or indirectly affected by this. And then impact of what is the impact on children and adolescents? They are anxious. Children, even adults are anxious. They are reflecting on children. Children are also anxious कि mama को कहीं हो ना जाए, papa को कहीं हो ना जाए corona. So they are anxious about that. They are feeling low also. They are lethargic also. Parents are complaining, they tell them to take bath, they don't want to take bath. They are irritated, they are agitated, they are very, they are having the fear. They are continuously washing their hands. Some of them, they are continuously washing their hands. They are not going out. Even the adults also are not going out, though we are coming out. But there are, when they are going out, they are thinking like, will I get affected by the corona? Oh, I should not go this side, I should not go to buy vegetables, I should not go for grocery. So there are so many things. There is a fear still. Restless, especially the younger kids are restless because they are not getting the chance to play with their friends, and that is the age when they need lots of physical activity. So they are really getting restless. There are mood changes. Parents are complaining about this also, like, excessive crying. They are crying, children are crying for no rhyme or reason. होता है बहुत जल्दी जल्दी बात पे रूठ रहे हैं. They are becoming self centered also. And then bedwetting, frequent bedwetting problems are also on rise. And then there are that cleanliness, the children, they are not leaving their mothers, their fathers, or grannies कि मत जाओ बाहर जाओ, because they are constantly listening about that कि उसकी मम्मा को कोरोना हो गया, they so and so has got infected by corona. So they are emotionally unstable, they are not able to express what is there. Why are they crying? Why are they sad? Why are they silent? Why have they become self-centered? But the reasons are this only. And then loss of previously acquired developmental skills. Here I want to add one thing and want to say that there are many parents who are not letting their children, I'm talking of kids of KG section, to attend the online classes due to financial reasons. Maybe they have lost their job, or there is a salary cut, or and then there is a like casual attitude, abhi chota bachcha hai, what will he study, chal jayega, next year he will study. But I want to tell you that thing is that we all know that first 5 years are very important. The brain develop, like 85% of the brain development takes place the first 5 years. So if you don't want your children to attend the online classes due to other reasons, so what you have to ensure as a parent, that you should give them the challenging learning environment. Because, like, besides the healthy food, nutritious food, the brain needs the challenging learning environment also. Because if you will not able to provide it, then the brain development will be slow. Not only slow, it reverses back also. This is the studies, it has been found in the studies of neurocognitive science. So I request all the parents, please be careful about that. And then there are somatic complaints, headaches, body aches, pain, irritation in eyes, stiffness in legs. There are irritation in eyes. That's why many schools, they are sending the uh, videos on eye yoga exercises, and the children, they avoid that, but they should not avoid that. Other day I was attending a webinar, then the doctor has said this, uh, after 20 minutes, if we make it, we ensure this also as a parent, that our child, they should do it like this, the eye blinking after every 20 minutes on screen time, 20 times like this. So it will, that there will be less pain in that, less tension in that, less irritation in that. The main problem now here is attention span. Children are losing interest in studies. They are not able to focus or concentrate on anything, and lack of interest in studies. Now, then there is behavior management. Before we talk about the behavior management, I want to tell you is that I just want to tell you or explain you that what is behavior. The behavior is what we all know. It is the way in which one acts or conducts oneself towards a situation or towards other persons. That is the behavior. Now, there are two ways in which we conduct our behavior, or we conduct ourselves. One is reactive. Reactive is normally driven by the emotions, impulsive reaction. We don't think of the consequences of that. When we are emotional, sad, or we are annoyed, or we are happy, then that is the impulsive reaction. We are driven by that. And then second is responsive. Responsive is that thoughtful action, that before taking an action, we consider the long and short term outcome, right? So in handle to manage the behavior of children, I repeat, in order to handle the to manage the behavior of children, we have to be responsive and responsible. We have to be responsive also, and we have to be responsible also, because there are certain behavior which are age appropriate. Children, they do that, during that time, like in adolescence they want to live alone. Okay, they are having mood swings at that time, so we have to just keep an eye on that and try to avoid that. But there are certain challenging behavior that we should not avoid. For that, we have to be responsive and responsible. Now, how to manage behavior? There are many ways to manage behavior. The behavior which I have mentioned, the points which I have mentioned on this slide, I'm going to just speak about that because I know you have been hearing it, you have been listening it about it from many sources. You yourself also know, like yoga and meditation. All the schools, they are all good schools, are taking care of that. You should be mindful, as I have told you just now, of your own reaction. You should be attentive and careful. You should see that how your child is behaving, and then why it is behaving, and then what we need to discuss in front of the children, what we don't need to discuss in front of the children. Use positive statements. No, we are in the habit of using that negative statements. अच्छा, तुम तो बहुत इंटेलिजेंट हो, हमें तो पता नहीं था. अच्छा, तुमको ये कैसे पता, तुमने ये कैसे किया. मतलब these are the things which irritate even the elders, and we tell it to the children who are really delicate and in the development and the formation stage. So use positive statements. Recognize limits, अपनी भी और सामने वाले की भी. Self and others. When we have to think, like we when we say something like over expectation from the children during pandemic also, like your marks should be this, now class 10 board, it should not be bad. So no, we should know that what are the capability of my child and how much should I expect from that. Now I'm going to tell you the ways in detail there are, and it's a simple exercises. And then my request is that if possible you also do those exercises along with me, or along with the instructions which we are doing. This is called lazy 8. Number one is lazy 8. We call it as letawa 8 also. That this is the midpoint. From here you have to start, and like you have to move clockwise up this around, and then you have to go to the clockwise here and this. You have to go counterclockwise first, like anti-clockwise or counterclockwise first, like this. And calming effect. It increases the attention span of the children. It balances emotions, and it improves memory. It is very good for the children with special needs. Now, what you have to do is, like, suppose if the child is 3 years old, 4 years old, and they are not able to draw it, so first you draw it, and then they will trace over it like this. But they should trace it in the 1 6 year, 6 year onwards. Even it is good for everyone, for the adults also. You can draw it on your hand. See, like this. Do it for 1 minute, just in silence. You will like it. Then we can combine this with breathing exercise, like this. Breathe in, then breathe out. Simple. You don't have to take a deep breath. If you are empty stomach, you can do it. If you are not, then just take a shallow breath, and it's a very, very soothing effect. Like, breathe in, Breathe in, out. Now, there is another breathing exercise. Children, they love it. You make them, lie down on the floor and place a stuffed toy or a small object, not a heavy object, on the stomach. Now tell your child, even it is whatever exercises I am telling, it is all good for the adults also, right? So, like, just tell your child that he or she should be quiet, and that the child will breathe in silence for a minute, and tell him to notice how the breathing body moves up and down, moves up and down. Initially the child will say, हाँ mama, हो रहा है mama, देखो अभी धीरे से हो रहा है. That's a childish questions they will say. Initially they will say, but after that everything will be okay. They will enjoy this activity, and you also do with that, and you do it only for few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and you will find that the children are relaxed and they love it, this exercise. Then there is a finger holds. This is a Jin Shin Jutsu finger exercise. Their belief is that energy pathways runs through fingers. So the thumb is for anxiety, because children are also anxious this time. Elders are also, elders are also, senior members, everyone is, and this exercise is very simple. You only have to hold the thumb, first left thumb, and you have to hold it till then you feel a pulse, or for 2 minutes, because there are people who feel a pulse, they are able to concentrate fast. So pulse, the moment you feel a pulse, then you change, switch over to right. Do it at least for 4 times, all of you, and feel the pulse. This will lessen the anxiety of the children as well as the adults, and you can do it anywhere. You don't need a special place for that. You only have to concentrate on the pulse of the thumb. That's all, right? And then there is another activity. There is another thing, that is, you have to hold middle finger. That is for the anger. And if your child is very calm and quiet, doesn't matter, it helps the eyes to relax. So it has two uses, it has two purpose. So you hold the middle finger until you feel a pulse in each. Just do it, it is very good, it relaxes the eyes also. Do it for 4 times, this also. This finger hold is the activity which is very, very easy and very, very effective. It can be done even in the during online class also. Teachers can use it in the beginning of the class. They can make them little, or in the middle of the class when the children need to relax their eyes. They can tell them to hold the middle finger. And after the class also, the mothers can ensure that they do this exercise. It takes maximum 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes to do. And then there is, which we all know, is drink water. We all know that we have to drink water 8 to 10 liters. But one thing which I am going to share is that, like, we should drink water after every 20 to 25 5 minutes or 30 minutes. We should drink 1 cup of water every 20 to 25 minutes because the body absorbs the water. As soon as you drink water, the body absorbs the water within 20 to 30 minutes. The body absorbs it. And especially when there is an intake of carbohydrates, then the carbohydrates absorbs more water as compared to fat and then protein. So when we feel thirsty, it's that the body ने हर जगह से drain कर लिया है, पूरा पानी ले लिया है, it drained the body already. Then you feel thirsty. So what we should do, because then when we drink water, then we feel relaxed also, we feel good also. If you remember, पहले दादा दादी लोग क्या कहते थे, रात को नींद खुली, नींद नहीं आ रही है, तो वो कहते थे अच्छा go and drink, 1 glass, एक glass पानी पी लो, up you will feel good. This is the fact, and you just realize, you just feel it, you just do it. Drink water. You ensure that your child drinks water after 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to do that. I'm going to drink water, so you also drink water. It's already 20 to 25 minutes. Now another is that positive points. This activity is like simple. You're likely touch the point above each eye, halfway between the hairline and the eyebrow with fingertips of each hand. Okay. And now think of something nice, some nice experience, some nice incident, positive incident. Think of that. Close your eyes and let the stress of your body slowly go. You will feel that you will feel relaxation and comfort. But you just remember that when you will focus on that, you will feel your fingertips feel a bit throb. Doesn't matter. Continue the light touch until the throb, keep up the pace, or until you feel relaxed. This is a very good activity. It relieves stress and pressure and regulates emotional stability. There is, children are emotionally unstable at this time. Even the elders are emotionally unstable. If you do this activity, you make your child to do this activity, you just, you can do it. Again, and the plus point is that you can do it in any time, right? And it's not that empty stomach or this that. You just do it whenever you feel the child is restless, or fix a time for that. This, like this. Please do it for a minute. You should feel that throb, and you have to keep the pace of that also until you don't feel, so that throb feeling should be there. So concentrate on the positive thing. कोई अच्छा इंसिडेंट, कोई अच्छा कहीं आप घूमने गए थे, कोई अच्छी सीनरी थी जो आपको अच्छा लगा था, तो उसको याद करिए आप इसको करते हुए. बच्चे को भी बोलिए क्या अच्छा, वो मे बी द चाइल्ड विल से आओ आइसक्रीम पार्लर, लेट इट बी, बिकॉज that's the feeling with the child is giving, getting a positive feeling about it. So let it be. Or I am playing in park. Very good. Whatever you like, you think, you just explain this to the child. Whatever you like, you think that, so let the child think that, and adults, so they know that, like, how to be positive and think of the positive things. Now the next is thinking trap. This is very, very, very good and very effective activity. And even the elderly, 80 years old, 90 years old, they should do it because it improves their listening skills also. Now, what you have to do it, you have to use your thumb and index finger. You just place your thumb and index finger on top of each ear, right? And gently or the outer part of both ears at the same time. Go all the way to the bottom of your ears pull your that rope gently. You know, पहले पुराने जमाने में that's like can't खींचना is the punishment. Now we can't punish our children, you know, and we should not. It is prohibited. But that was not the punishment. I think they were giving us they were just uh, like activating our the brain on that this is the way. Yes, it switches on the brain. So like you do it 2-3 times. It improves the attention, enhances the attention, improves the health of body and mind. And I repeat it, it is very good for all age groups. All age groups. Again, this is the activity you are just sitting, talking to someone for 2 minutes. You can take the break and you just do it because you only have to do it 2-3 times. So, how much time will it take? Maximum 2 minutes. Maximum 2 minutes. So, you can do it, right? And you should do it, and you tell your children, ensure that children do that. Now the next activity is the cross crawl. You can sit also, you can stand also. Place your right hand across the body to the left knee, right, to the left knee as you raise it, and do the same for the left hand on the right knee. This is a kind of a aerobics exercise also, but we do it in this way just for 2-3 minutes because it coordinates left and right brain, and it improves the spelling, the writing of the students, and it make them focus. It's a very good activity. It makes them focus and they love it. This activity, they really want to do it. Now, since they are sitting at home, you will tell them for 2-3 minutes, they will do it for 10 minutes. They would love it. So please, I mean, you should ensure that the children, they should do this activity. Then the next is, oh, this the children, they enjoy. The elephant. Place the left ear on the left shoulder like this. Then extending the left arm like the trunk of an elephant, but you just ensure that your knees are relaxed. You should stand and your knees should be relaxed. And you can take any sign. Here I have taken that again lazy 8 because you can combine a calming effect of lazy 8 also with this activity. But you can choose any sign. You can take circle, you can take square, you can take triangle, whatever the children like it, love it. And then they have to what, they have to draw that infinity. Suppose if they have taken a circle, so they have to do it like this. So you have to first, it is like left, and then you will switch it to the right like this. You do it 3 to 5 times, 3 to 5 times in a way. Like suppose this is, I have this and I have draw a lazy 8, so at least I should draw a lazy 8 like one, and then again I will do it with the right hand, and then again I will do it with the left hand. So I should do it for the 3 to 5 times. If children love it, they can do it little more, and 5 or 6, 7 times also. They have time, they can do it. But again, this activity doesn't take much time, but it is very good to enhance the attention. This activity is basically for that. Children, they are having attention problems because of this pandemic. They are anxious, they're feeling low, they are not able to concentrate, they are not able to pay attention. So this activity is very good for them. So you ensure that teachers also, they can do it on online, and the parents, mothers, they should ensure that children, they should do at home. Now there is another activity, the that is the hookups. Hookups is, this is the right hand. You can do it stand also. You can do this activity by standing also or sitting also. Like you have, what you have to do is you have to cross your right leg over the left at the ankles. That cross should be at the ankles. जैसे वो कृष्ण भगवान जी का होता है ना, like this, we should do. And then take your this right wrist and cross it over the left wrist like this, and then link up the fingers like this, right? Now the right wrist should be on the top. It is the on the top. Now bend the elbows out like this. Your elbows should be out, and gently turn the fingers in. It should be towards the body. Fingers should not be out. That it should be like this, in, and the elbow should be out. And then this position, you should rest on the center of the chest, just below the, like the collarbone. Okay, just the center of the chest, you keep it like this. And then what you can do, you breathe evenly in this position for few minutes only. It elevates the mood of the child, it elevates the mood of the adults also, and it lessens the anxiety. So do it for a minute at least. Everyone should try like this. Simply, I'm again telling this because this is my right hand. I am keeping it on the left, on the top of the left hand, and like this I am doing. See this, and elbows out, and this. When you will do it for few minutes, you will feel fresh. You will really like it. Now, the next activity is what we all do, I see, especially those who are very fond of exercise, doing in gym, and then this exercise is very good, and you can do it. You can stand against the wall, extend your left leg straight out behind you so that the ball of your foot is on the floor. Ball of your foot is, जो पंजा है, that should be on the floor, and जो heel है, that should be off the floor, and your body is slanted at 45 degrees. Do this first with left, then with right. It improves attention, it increases attention, and improves the concentration. It is very good, very, very required during pandemic also, and I think it's after that also, and before that also. And those children who are by nature are having that less attention span, concentration problems, focus problems, they should do this activity, this and the elephant activity. That is very good for that. Now the next is brain buttons. Put one hand over the navel area of the stomach, जिसको हम नाभि कहते हैं. You just put that on the stomach. At the same time, place the thumb, index finger, and middle finger of another hand. Gently press the slight indentation below the collarbone on each side of sternum. That where there is a depression, there's there like this. You keep. And generally, you can do that deep, slow breathing cycles, right? Because then there is no problem if you have your food 1 hour before or 2 hours before, no problem. And but you have to take a slow breathing and then change the hands to do another 4 deep, slow breathing cycles like this. It also enhances concentration and relieves the stress. Do it for few minutes. It really improves that. And it only takes few minutes. In the morning, suppose if you have done brain button, then afternoon you can do the elephant, then you can do that calf pumps. Like this you can do, because you don't have to take care of this ki khana nahi khaya, khana 2 ghante pehle, 3 ghante pehle, because the children, they are not very much fond of yoga, though they should be. The children should also do yoga, and all the schools, all good schools motivate them to do that. But if they are not, because there are so many restrictions, So these activities are very simple, and children, they love it also, they do it also, but you have to really take care of that कि कैसे आपको कहाँ index finger लेके, index finger and then the thumb, because I have already told that the energy pathways run through the fingers also, so it has also the effect, and our body has many that points, where you can activate the brain. Then the next is, and probably the last one, is the energy yawn. नो वी यॉन, हम लोग जिससे उबासी लेना, जो हम लोग पूरा मुंह खोल के उबासी लेते हैं और कहते हैं कि इसके बाद फ्रेश फील करते हैं. इफ द चिल्ड्रन आर टेकिंग यॉन इन योर क्लास, डोंट फील ऑफेंडेड, you should feel happy, now they will be fresh. But sometimes we should do as an exercise also, that is like, um, you just place your fingers like this, okay, on either side of the face, just in front of the ears, like this. Open your mouth like this, close your mouth. Notice where the jaw joint is. Suppose the jaw joint is here. Adjust your fingers to that point. Now rotate your finger in, and by opening your mouth, as like this, you open your mouth and then you just rotate it anti-clockwise. It is again very good for eyes, it relaxes that, okay, and it improves energy. That's why I'm saying, if the children are yawning in your class, don't feel offended. Now you know that after yawning they will feel, they will be more energetic. But this is, I'm telling you, as an exercise. When the children these days, they are feeling low, they are, lethargic, so they should do this, and the parents should ensure it that they should do this right now. um, I want to end my this presentation by a famous quote by Julia Butterfly Hill. Every movement brings a choice. Every movement brings a choice, and every choice has an impact. Now it's up to you how to go about it. So, thank you so much. If you have any questions, if you want to talk to me, that my mobile number is also there. You can call me also for any problems, any teacher, any parents, and I have given my mail ID also. You can write to me also. I will be happy to help it. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a very insightful session. We truly enjoyed, and especially the exercises. I was actually trying.
Yes,
The
Prerna.
back में वो try कर रही थी, and I will definitely try these. Yes, and I would request all my viewers to try these exercises, as we all know that it's not only the education that, you know, it's not just the education of children that
Okay.
which has suffered during the lockdown, but the boredom, social isolation, and no outdoor games, no connection with friends, they have suffered a lot. And they are very very enthusiastic and curious. Kids are very curious. They just want to be free, and they definitely missed being with their friends. And I think ma'am has shared some very interesting exercises. By doing these, we can definitely make sure that our children are healthy, both physically and mentally as well. And I would request everyone who is with us right now should try these exercises, and you should please share the videos with all your friends and colleagues, with teachers. They can try these during their virtual classes. And she also mentioned that it's for all the age groups. So yes, I am the first one. I'm definitely going to try. And it was a wonderful session, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing such information, for giving us your special time. We are very happy to have you on this platform, and a big thanks to you on behalf of Getty. And thanks to all the viewers for joining us. Can you hear me, ma'am? And I can see the comment section is flooded. And thanks to each one of you for joining us. Okay, some technical glitch, I guess. And so it's time to say goodbye to all of you. And a big thanks to ma'am once again. And we will be back soon with another such informative session. So till then, take care, everybody. And thank you, ma'am.